Cat's viral music career. So last summer, my buddy Dave decided, against all reason and good taste, that it was finally time to start that band he'd been talking about since high school. He had the guitar, I had a drum set gathering dust in my basement, and our friend Kyle owned a bass he'd never actually played, but, you know, it looked cool. Dave was especially excited because he'd just adopted a cat named Whiskers, who he claimed would be our mascot. I shrugged. Rock bands have had weirder mascots, right? We met up at Dave's place for our first rehearsal, which mostly involved arguing over band names. The Rolling Stones and Fleetwood Mac were both vetoed. While we were bickering, Whiskers, true to feline form, decided to leap onto the amp and let out a yowl that sounded suspiciously like the opening line to Bohemian Rhapsody. Kyle, who'd consumed more Red Bull than any human should, swore he heard perfect pitch. We all laughed it off, but Dave, ever the optimist, grabbed his phone and recorded Whiskers' next Meow, just for kicks. Fast forward 2 weeks. We hadn't played a single note as a band, but Dave showed up to practice with a stack of papers, eyes wild. "Guys, you won't believe this," he shouted. Turns out, he'd uploaded Whiskers meowing to TikTok as a joke, and the video somehow went viral. Even crazier, a record label had reached out, offering Whiskers an actual recording contract. The label rep said they were desperate for fresh feline talent after the last singing dog retired. Meanwhile, we were still arguing over whether we could play Wonderwall without getting sued. So in the end, Whiskers landed a record deal, Dave became his manager, and the rest of us were left as roadies for a cat with better stage presence than any of us. I guess you could say our band never got off the ground, because the only thing we managed to launch was a cat's music career. Turns out, in show business, it's not about how well you play. It's about how well you perform.